Hello, Orland's finest. We've got a special treat for you today. We have ventured out and about. We're in beautiful, beautiful Tinley Park. I like to say it's downtown Tinley Park. It's not right in downtown. We're at the corner of 183rd and Harlem. We are at the finest dance studio in the state of Illinois. We're here at Heart and Soul Dance Studio. We're here with Marin
Oslac.
We're here with, you see, I'm getting a little old. I can't even remember that. We're here with Marin Oslac, who is the proprietor of the dance studio. And I got to tell you, it's you walk in here and you see the dance studio, and you just get the feel. You get the feel that you really you're ready to dance. And so, Marin, let's start from the beginning. You were born as a dancer.
Hardly.
No?
I didn't start dancing till I was 23.
So you started so you only started dancing a couple years ago.
Just a couple years ago.
Okay, a couple years ago, Marin started dancing, and what inspired you to start dancing at 23?
I was a commercial photographer. I was on a photo shoot in Oklahoma City, and I was doing some country dancing down there because that's the only thing that they have.
Yes.
And I fell in love with the dancing. I didn't like the music so much at the time. It's grown on me since then.
Yeah.
But once I learned the country dancing, then I went into ballroom, and then I went into swing, and it took over my life.
It did. It took over your life. But I just want to point out they have two kinds of music in Oklahoma. They have country and western, and you grasped on to both of them. So the dancing took over your life. It was like a cyclone that came through. And so you were living in Oklahoma City at the time?
No, actually, I was a commercial photographer here, and we were on a photo shoot.
Oh, you were on photo shoot. Okay.
And I was there for 10 days, and I was the only girl on the photo shoot, and the other guys all wanted to go out to this bar every night. And I said, if I'm going, then you guys are going to dance with me. And I dragged them onto the floor with not knowing a thing about what we were doing.
Yes. Well, they were out there doing something. They were out there, whatever they were doing, and then you were out there. You learned how to dance. You brought it back here, and then what was the journey to opening a dance studio?
Oh, it was certainly a long journey. First, you start with competing and doing private lessons and working on your own dancing, then competing, and then I started teaching, and then I was working nationally, judging, competing, teaching on the national dance circuit. So I was on the road 30, 35 weekends a year for about, I'd say, a good 15 years. And when I retired from that, I decided I needed something to keep me busy, and I opened a dance studio.
So you're on the road, and you got some tremendous experience in it. So that when folks come out to Heart and Soul, and you've been around, you've traveling the country, so you can lay out a program that can take a novice such as myself or somebody that's really already has experience. You can take them to the next level. So if a novice walks in, somebody says, I just want to learn how to dance, and they walk in here, what would be your approach?
Well, we work with people who walk in off the street every day. Yeah. So wedding couples, people who have, decided, hey, I want to do something different in my life, whatever. And so we take them through basic steps, and then there's the social aspect of it, and we have dances. Once a month we have a dance so people can actually practice what they're doing. Yeah. They work with our instructors. They can do group classes. They can do private lessons. Wherever they're comfortable, the best is a mixture of group classes and private lessons, because then you work with an instructor and you also get to rotate through the group classes and experience it. So we would take you through that program.
So, here at Heart and Soul in Tinley Park, 183rd, Marin will come in and visit Marin. It would come in, ask for Marin, and but I'm sure you have you probably have a lot of great dance instructors here that will help anyone out. When they come in, they sign up, and how would it start? What would I expect on my first day here at Heart and Soul?
That's a great question. We always offer a 25-minute free consultation so that somebody could come in and find out exactly that. Talk to us about what their goals are, what they're interested in. Hey, you know what, I want to lose a few pounds. Or, hey, I have a wedding that's coming up that I want to learn to salsa dance for. So that we have an idea of what you're looking for. Because I can't give a one-step program for everybody, right? It's not going to be the same for everyone. Everyone's got different goals.
No, it won't be for me.
So we sit down with people and figure out what they want, and then we give them a program program of, well, you could do this, this, or this, and then they can choose. So that's what you would expect, is sitting down with an instructor to figure out what you want to do.
Have you had students who who had one idea and you had to steer them in a different direction? Where they came in and thought that. Well, they came in and they just thought that they could get the point, that they really what they were thinking was they were going to get to point M and without even going to point A and B. And then so how do you handle that when you have to adjust expectations?
That can be a tough one, because people watch Dancing with the Stars and they see people that looks like in a week they've learned 4 dances, and so they come in and they're like, hey, I want to do this, and like, do you realize that they're practicing 8 hours a day?
Yes, and that's
sometimes more.
And sometimes they're already professional athletes or something to that effect from what you're starting with. But you can work miracles with anyone. I've heard that about you. Give me the background on how you work miracles with somebody like me.
Well, I think that they're going to have to see you actually dance before we can decide that.
Decide if you're going to work a miracle, to see if you're the miracle worker. But no, it's but like you said, anybody can dance, and that's what you need to tell folks. If you take nothing else away from this, except that Marin's a phenomenal dance instructor and wonderful proprietor here at Heart and Soul. Take away from this that everybody has a little rhythm in them. Everybody's got a little rhythm in them. How do you bring the rhythm out of everyone? And because it's got to be a different approach sometimes to everybody. It's like coaching. Some kids you yell, react to yelling. Some don't, and some different things. So how do you bring that rhythm out from everybody?
That's part of the reason that we have multiple instructors, because not everybody, some people need a different approach, and every instructor brings their own approach. For me personally, I didn't start dancing till I was 23. I had no musical background. I had no dance background. So I'm really good at taking people who know nothing and think that they can't do it to become really good dancers. So that's how I do it. That's my thing. Some of my instructors have a hip hop background, so they bring that to the table, or a jazz background. So it makes it fun.
So you do all kinds of dancing here. Ballroom dancing we talked about before, but you're
primarily do ballroom dancing. Some of my instructors have other backgrounds, so they could work with people on a private lesson. But we don't offer classes, except for all of our classes are either swing or cha-cha or Latin dances or ballroom dances, that kind of thing.
How about a little Zumba?
We do have Zumba.
You have Zumba. I knew we'd get it out. Zumba. We're going to do a little Zumba. Well, you're just going to have to show me. Well, maybe that's something you could try to show me. What the heck is this Zumba? I do some yoga now, but because I'm getting old, so I had to start up on yoga and get stretched out. But what do you think of the Blues Brothers?
The Blues Brothers. Well, how can you help but love the Blues Brothers?
I hear them in the background. This is the Ray Charles number. So they did this one in Calumet City. I remember watching all of that. But so you get inspired. You've got Blues Brothers playing here. You talked about cha-cha. You've got ballroom dancing. You've got so many inspirations here. I'm going to ask you to summarize or talk to me a little bit about an inspiration to all of us, the great Fred Astaire.
Oh, Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly, all of them. And, how can you say anything but wow?
But wow, yeah. No,
and I think the younger generation doesn't know those dancers. They don't know those dancers. And we do offer kids classes, and they're filling up. We've got 40 kids working in ballroom and ballet here at the studio.
That is something. I think that's to encourage them, that you've got the inspirations, the history, people like Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly singing in the rain, but you've got the kids classes. Do you ever get any, have you ever had to slap a parent?
Oh, I've had to ask them to step outside.
Oh, step outside. Okay, that's a very diplomatic way to do it. But no, we all been in coaching and everything else. You get parents, but you always have to give them benefit of the doubt, because everybody has their own. It's their child. Sometimes you see everything through rose-colored glasses. But what's the youngest student you've had?
3 years old.
You've had a 3-year-old? Nah, you have 3 years old.
15 or more 3-year-olds right now.
Whoa, that's got to be a neat thing. The 3-year-old. You are molding the minds and the bodies and the rhythm of the youth of America. So, folks, come on down here. You can be a part of something bigger than all of us. It's great to, and so now, okay, 3. So we can get the spectrum here. You're going. Our youngest, we got a class of 15 3-year-olds. What's our? Not to, we're all age at different periods. What's our oldest? What's your oldest student?
Currently, we have, I'll say in the last 6 years, I've worked with a couple in their 90s. Worked with them regularly. They used to go out to Willowbrook Ballroom. Right now, they're out of town. They've been out of town. They went to visit some friends. So currently, I think that our oldest students are somewhere in their late 70s. I don't really ask people their age.
No, that's true. You wouldn't. But so that's what's great. So there is no, dance knows no boundaries, no age limits, anything like that. So folks, just come on in. We're here at 183rd. Is there at 183rd in Harlem, Heart and Soul. Let's talk about how you came up with the name Heart and Soul. Well, I won't even say. You can tell me how you spell it. Go ahead.
So, heart and soul, usually the soul is the soul here, right?
Oh,
and of course it is because, it's my passion.
Yeah.
But it is a dance studio, so I had to go with the shoe, soul, S-O-L-E.
Yeah.
So now it's a kind of a conglomeration of everything. So it's heart and soul, S-O-L-E, dance.
S-O-L-E, Heart and Soul. So you came up with the name?
I did.
Okay. Have you copyrighted it?
I haven't yet.
Okay, hopefully nobody's going to steal that name. It's just Heart and Soul. So, how long have you been here teaching dance at Heart and Soul in Tinley Park?
Tinley Park. I opened this location 6 years ago.
Ooh. And I heard your landlord is a real problem. How is that? How is Mr. Hansen?
I actually really appreciate Mr. Hansen.
Yes, I know.
So he's a great guy, and he's done very well by me. So I can't complain about him. Sorry.
Yeah. We're gonna have to talk about maybe he should give you a break on the rent once in a while, just to keep it down. Yeah. So we'll talk to him about that tomorrow. Okay. So we're here at Heart and Soul. I'm gonna take a few dance steps in a few minutes, and do. I don't know what I'm going to do. Give me an idea. I'm just walking in. First time here. Folks, when you walk in here the first time, you see hardwood floors. If you ever walk into a dance studio, don't have hardwood floors, turn right around and leave.
A ballroom dance studio.
Oh, a ballroom dance studio. Are there other dance?
Yeah, Jazz Tap Ballet, Kids Studios. They have something called I'm not even sure, but it's not hardwood.
Okay. So the hardwood floors, you want to do ballroom dancing, which is our favorite type of dancing. Remember that, because it's the one where you're close. It's not one of those dances where you're far away. It's a style. It's a grace. So it is. I'm gonna show some. So we're gonna show some grace now. As we're gonna wrap up the interview portion here, and then I'm gonna try a little dance, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but. As I like to close with my final question, I shouldn't even say it's final, then you would know. Now you're going to know. Okay. It's not too bad though. Okay. Stones or Beatles?
Beatles.
I've been getting that more lately. I don't know what it is. I'm not getting as many Stones. I like them both, but I have a hard time myself on it. Love the Beatles. Yeah.
The Beatles, for me, I could do an entire showcase with all the different types of music that the Beatles did. I could do cha-cha, I could do waltz, I could do like a bazillion different dances.
Yeah.
The Stones I don't have as much flexibility with that. So as a dancer, I gotta go Beatles.
Yeah, so it's now very good answer. That may be the best answer I've ever had. The last time I asked this question, I asked Stones or Beatles, and they said Aerosmith. I said, come on, that wasn't one of this is multiple choice with 2 choices. You don't add a third. Okay, so
I think next year's showcase, we do a May showcase every year. I think next year's showcase, we're going to do the theme is the Beatles.
All right,
my theme.
Okay, I'll be here. May showcase 2015. The Beatles, the long and winding road. Okay, here we go. Shouldn't have done that, but anyway, let's get started. How should we get started with the dancing? Mark, you're okay. Can you still hear? Okay, with the microphone. Am I putting this down? Okay, I'm going to give this to Barb, Sister Mary Ellen.
Yes, Bob.
Thank you. go. No, well, here we are in Tinley Park on a Thursday evening, and we're going to try to, what are we doing?
All right, so here's your step. Ready? You're going to go forward, starting with your left foot. Yes? So you're
Left foot?
Regular walking step. Regular walking step. You don't walk like this. I know.
Oh, no.
So you're going to do a regular walking step. You're going to do two of them. You're going to go forward, then you're going to do a side together. Side, close. There you go. You repeat it. So it's going to go forward, side, close. Good. Let's go back.
Whoa. I have no idea what I just did.
All right. So left foot, two steps. One, two, side, close. Two steps. One, two, side, close. Again.
Wait, oh, God almighty! 1, 2,
side, close. There you go. Very nice. All right. So let's talk about your frames. So this
okay,
is
we're getting frames. Okay. Elegance, okay.
So an elegant dance, right? So your right arm is going to come up like that. There you go. And your left arm is going to come up and give me a little V. There you go. I want to find the way to right in there. Hey, look at that.
Here we go.
All right, now so this hand, don't put it so far across my back. You want it on that shoulder blade. There you go. Now, you're right your steps. This foot goes forward. Ready? And forward, and do side close. Yep, so 2 steps forward, side close, side close. 2 steps forward, 2, side close.
Oh, it's the side. I got it. Okay.
Cool, let's turn around and go that way. It works this way too.
I only know one way. Okay, there we go.
Forward, side, forward, side, together, and forward, side, together. Nice.
We're rolling, folks. Here we go. Okay, so.
Ready?
Okay, same thing.
Yep. So we've got forward, side, close. Now, I'm going to give you a hint. Remember, this is elegant, right?
Yes.
So this is not elegant.
I know it isn't. I feel really weird doing it. I'm glad you picked up on that because I feel like.
So you're being a gentleman because you're trying not to step on my feet.
Yeah.
But you won't step on my feet because my feet are moving at the
so-
same rate yours.
so I should
want
go-
you to keep your legs together and go forward, just
Yeah,
like
because that's why I'm so far over here, and then I got to bring it over.
Yes. I know that you don't walk down the street like this.
Yeah, no.
Okay?
No.
So just like you're walking down the street, forward, there you go, side, close, forward, perfect. All right, now you can tell you want to look at that.
Okay. See, folks,
Can't look anymore, and then you want to.
she dials right into it. Right into it. She knew how bad I was. Of course, that's hard to recognize my faults.
All right,
Any of them?
here you go.
Okay, so.
Together, right? Don't worry about stepping on me. I'll
Okay.
get out of your way.
Here we go.
And forward. Got your second step.
Okay. Oh.
2 steps forward. Forward, side, close. Perfect. Forward, let's go forward, side, close. You're gonna get my next Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, yes. Here we go.
Should we do a Dancing with the Moreland Stars, don't you think?
Yes. Well, this is it. That'll be this year's talent contest at the Taste of Orland.
I like it.
We're ready.
All right, so ready, left foot, and forward,
So where does that lead? Okay, so that's the what kind of step do we call that?
That's called the basic and foxtrot.
The basic foxtrot.
Yes.
So we get the basic foxtrot. So then what would be the next? So you do that. So
Normally that would
Foxtrot.
travel around the studios.
Okay.
It travels, it's what we call a traveling dance.
Yeah.
So it travels counterclockwise around the floor just like a racetrack.
Okay, so you do all of that. Now, where's the waltz come in?
Waltz and foxtrot are kind of similar,
Yeah.
that they both are traveling dances.
Yeah.
Waltz is done to what we call 3/4 time music. Foxtrot is done to 4/4 time music. And foxtrot is an American dance. waltz is an Austrian dance that we imported.
Yeah.
So they have some similarities, they have some differences.
Yeah, because I had that last year on that, something about that Broadway review. We did a song, an ensemble from State Fair, the movie State Fair, and it's a grand night for singing, and we had to waltz back, around the circle, and it's it was based on 4 steps. Is that based on what's that based on? That was the waltz.
The waltz is 3 steps.
3, okay, 3. I added 1.
That's okay. That's because we just did 4 steps. Foxtrot is 4 steps. Okay. Waltz is 3 steps.
So so what do you see as what's more popular, Foxtrot or waltz, or are they just?
They're just different. Yeah. Well, Foxtrot it could be used more. Like, say, for example, if you went to a wedding, they play more foxtrots than they play waltzes, even though people think they play a lot of waltzes.
What song would you do a foxtrot to?
What song? Say...
a Billy Joel song? Or,
you could.
Yeah.
Shall I put one on for us? We could try a foxtrot?
If we could, just try one so I could get the idea of what it was, song that you think works.
Perfect. So there's classic songs like a Frank Sinatra song, and there's more recent, more current songs. So we could do maybe a little bit of each.
Whatever works.
All right. I'll be right back.
Very good. Thank you. So, folks, what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little foxtrot the whole play. It's going to be some fun stuff. We're going to do the foxtrot. I don't even know. You hear the name of that. You hear the name of the dance, foxtrot, and how often do you actually do it? I don't do it. Barb, you do a lot of foxtrots. You're foxtrotting all over the globe. But we're going to foxtrot right now with Maren, and she's going to put on a little a song that will get us into the foxtrot. So it'll be but I do have to tell you, I have no rhythm. So as we do this, you'll see it'll become very apparent that I have no rhythm and I have no idea what I'm doing. But because of Maren is such a phenomenal instructor, that I'll actually be able to going through. And I think the music's on. We're going to do a little we're going to come up now to a little foxtrot. So we're here at Heart and Soul Studios here on a beautiful May evening, and it's just you're getting out. It's that season, folks, where we have to get out there. Come on out to Heart and Soul so you can start learning how to dance for that wedding season. This is the beginning of the season.
So this is a classic Dean Martin foxtrot.
All right.
So we're going to go line up dance, counterclockwise. All these people are doing foxtrot.
You may possess the world and its gold, but go home and let your world stands the same.
There you go.
As sure as the stars shine above.
There you go.
Somebody loves
Good, right into me.
when you put your arms around. I can't believe it now, just when you kiss people, when you hold.
For one lesson, for one, like 3 moments of a lesson, you're doing great. We're moving around the circle, right?
The straight versus go straight.
Straight, side, hook. Then just regular step, side,
Bless my soul,
step,
take this heart away.
step.
Take these arms under you. No one can love you the way I do because they don't know how to love you my way. You give me fever. When you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever on the
We're doing it. Foxtrot.
Ew, great. Very good.
Oh yeah, we're going. Folks, we're back. We just finished dancing. I know you were impressed with Maren's skills at leading us around on the foxtrot. It was we had the fever, folks. We got the fever. So now that you've got the fever, come on down here to Heart and Soul. It's wonderful, wonderful dance studio, the finest dance studio in the state of Illinois. Been voted #1 by People Magazine. That's what I heard. And so you can become a professional dancer or just have a lot of fun and get ready for the next wedding season so you don't embarrass yourself at your son's wedding. So to do that, you're going to come on down, visit Maren and the wonderful, wonderful cast of crew of instructors that she has here at 183rd and Harlem in Tinley Park. Now, Maren, you're going to give us some the details of how to get here. Give us a website. Give us anything that would help our audience get here so they can put their dancing shoes on.
Sure, absolutely. First of all, I have to congratulate you. You did a great job. Very nice. I was impressed with you.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. But I got a little work to do.
You know what? We all do. We all do. And that's what's fun about it. So our website is heartsouldance.com, and soul, yes, it is like the sole of your shoe. So heart, H-E-A-R-T, soul, S-O-L-E, dance, D-A-N-C-E. .com. You can also find us on Facebook, again, Heart Soul Dance, Facebook.com/Heart Soul Dance. And you can call us. We're here usually 3 to 9 most days. So it's going to be 708-532-6237. Or if you've got one of those phones that's got the letters on it, you can just do 708-5-DANCES.
Oh, that's a neat one.
Yeah.
Who came up with that?
Of course I did.
You're brilliant. You came up with the name. You came up with all these dances. It's an amazing. You're an amazing individual.
It's just fun.
Yeah, it is. That is the key word here, folks. It's fun. As she said, she is, as we talked a little before with Maren, she gets to get up in the morning knowing that she gets to come to work, but it's not really work in terms of it's so much fun. She gets to fulfill her dreams. So come on down here, help Maren fulfill her dreams. You can also see it on Orland's Finest. Do we have an Orland's Finest yet? We will have an Orland's Finest if we don't now. So make sure you go on the Facebook page, Heart and Soul, like them because they're trying to get up to 28,000 likes by June 1st.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna do our best, but that may be a little overstepping it right now with 28,000. But let's get moving, folks. So, Maren, we want to thank you for having us here today. It was a wonderful experience. It's not every day that we make it into a dance studio, and to come into the state's finest dance studio for some ballroom dancing, it's a real pleasure. We want to thank you. And do we have any? Can you give us a closing word on my last question? Other than we already talked about the Beatles, what about Tina Turner? What's your thoughts on Tina Turner?
Tina Turner. I honestly can tell you that I haven't had a lot of thoughts on Tina Turner. She is just a rocket. I mean, her voice is amazing.
But I mean, as far as a dancer, she did it. She pulled it all together so well.
That's true. She really did.
Yeah.
She really
so that's
did.
why I just thought of Tina Turner as a dancer. I don't know.
That.
Jake and Elwood and Tina Turner. Those are our inspirations for today.
And I have a special for your customers. If they mention Orland's Finest, we're going to give them 10% off of anything that they want.
Very good. Orland's Finest, folks. Come on in and mention it. Oh, I think I see someone coming in now. Hi, how are you? Maren, thanks for having us.
Thank you
we look
so
forward
much.
to seeing you.